a number of viewers, Andrew included, questioning really, is Biden a two-term president? And again, let's give some straight talk here to the audience. I mean, obviously, I'm sure he wants to be a two-term president, but to what extent do you think Kamala Harris is someone that we need to keep a careful eye on to try to understand both the policy direction of this new administration coming in, but maybe more importantly, where the Democratic Party could be headed in 2024 and beyond?
So I look at these presidential terms as really two-year terms as opposed to one 4-year term. And what happens in that first 2 years is when you get so much done and you work to get it done before the midterms take place. And then the second 2 year, you're almost building up for that re-election process. And so, that first 2 years now, what Janice had described makes it really challenging. And I think that's what the Republicans are focusing on, is slowing down Joe Biden from jumping in this first 2 years. So not only do you have a potential Republican Senate, but now you're going to have all these openings and all these government agencies that he's going to have to fill, and he's going to have to get the place, the machinery, the pieces are all laying on the ground, and you got to put it all back together. So his window of getting big legislation done is probably tight and small. And so he's going to, and presidents usually get one, maybe two big things done in those 2 years, and that's about it because of the political cost.
So Bruce, that's fascinating. So what do you think the two big things are that Biden would like to get done?
That's a really good question. And
is it climate? Is climate?
I know he has 4 objectives that he's coming in. First, of course, he's got to tackle this pandemic and get that aside. Second, we have tens of millions of people who are either unemployed or underemployed as a result of the pandemic and technological change. Third, we have a race, and I will put in immigration / issue with DACA, racial tensions, et cetera, in that whole group. And then of course we have all of our international issues that we're facing, and climate change being in that bucket. And so, I think that's the sort out that they're going to have to figure out. I think, though, before anything else gets done, you've got to take care of this pandemic and deal with that, and start instituting those policies. But, there are a lot of people who got him elected that are going to be looking for, hey, what about the climate, and what about the racial issues, and what about the jobs and infrastructure? I wouldn't surprise me if there's a big infrastructure bill that kind of pulls many of these pieces together, so you can tackle climate, you can tackle the unemployment, and you can deal with the Buy America, unfortunately, provisions that may stress Canada and others out. But I would think an infrastructure bill, which I think that's where Donald Trump made a mistake going for healthcare. And then, of course, I didn't mention healthcare, but it depends what the Supreme Court does with that. I know they're going to want to preserve that in some way and try to get that done. So, wow, he has a huge plate, and I hesitate to say one thing. He's got to do pandemic first. But if I were to say one thing, just throwing it, spitballing it, a big infrastructure plan that the Republicans could embrace.
Yeah.